You always show up for me every day, consistently. You are faithful, so I'm grateful. Yes, you are faithful, so I'm grateful. Thank you, Lord. Jehovah Rapha, the Lord who heals. You are healing God right now. So I thank you for your healing. I thank you for answering prayers, God. I just give you all praise and all glory this morning. And I invite you in my life, in my heart, in my spirit, in my soul, in this session this morning, God. And I just say thank you. My heart is full of gratitude, yes, because you are faithful. You are faithful, so I'm grateful. Yes, God, so grateful, so grateful. Good morning. This is day 16 of 21 of Dr. Caroline Leaf's 21-day brain detox. If you're just joining this journey, I've been on a journey of detoxing my brain from a toxic thought of worry, and I'm going to talk more about that at the end of this video. And I'm also going to share with you how this research, Dr. Caroline Leaf's research, has inspired me as an artist in various ways. So watch to the very end. Stay tuned. I'm going to get right into day 16 of the 21-day brain detox.
Brain preparation. Today's brain preparation exercise will help you visualize. You're going to practice breathing in for 3, out for 5, and then in for 3 and out for 7. This pushes more oxygen and blood to the front of your brain and brings more coherence in the brain waves. And this helps your self-regulation and imagination improve. Let's begin. Put your hand on your stomach, so as you breathe in deeply, your hand should move out, which shows that you're doing a deep belly breathing exercise. We're going to do 2 exercises. The first one is you're going to breathe in for 3 and out for 5 twice. And the second one, you're going to breathe in for 3 and out for 7 twice. I'm going to do the counting, you're going to do the breathing. Let's begin now with 3 in and 5 out twice. Ready? Deep breath in, 2, 3. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Deep breath in, 2, 3. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Deep breath in, 2, 3. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Deep breath in, 2, 3. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now just go back into more rhythmic breathing, in and out, and in and out. Let's move to step 1. Day 16, step 1, gather. Today is a fun day because this is when you are going to deliberately and intentionally start building the image of how you would like your mental space to look like, free from the toxicity of this thought you have been working on. So, using your imagination, start gathering awareness of yourself in the future, living in a detoxed, reconceptualized way of life. As you imagine the future and all its infinite possibilities, you are actually changing how the present, which will soon become the past, plays out into your future. So now, just for a few seconds while the music plays, gather awareness of what your life would look like if you didn't have the struggle. Let's move on to step 2. Day 16, step 2, reflect. In the reflect step today, you're going to use the power of your imagination and visualization to see a glimpse into the future. Here's what you do. Visualize yourself getting up in the morning and working through the day unhindered by this toxic thought. Describe this to yourself. Do this for a few seconds now while the music plays. And when ready, move on to the next question. See yourself moving forward and picking yourself up when the inevitable setbacks come, because now you have a mind management plan. You have 81% more control over managing toxic issues. So see yourself falling but picking yourself up. Do this now for a few seconds while the music plays. Start visualizing less depression or anxiety or whatever your dominant warning signal was in your life. For example, in your mind's eye, see that 3 out of 7 days will be hard instead of 7 out of 7 days, or whatever. Just use your imagination for a few seconds now while the music plays. Remind yourself, as you visualize and imagine this, that the future you are building is actually physically building into your brain as a thought structure. It's a lattice. It is changing your mental toughness. It's actually physically there, and you can draw on that to actually help you change your behavior. The more you think about it, the more energy it gets, the more it grows, the more enmeshed in your brain it becomes, and it will help you move into your future free from that toxic control. So, visualization is like making choices each day that create a life you don't need to regularly escape from. This is a safe space in your head where you can accept what the past has been, but it's now changed, and that's what you're going to be living from. You can move on to tackle the demands of life with more joy, and where down days are embraced for the lessons they bring and not as being the end of the world. Just reflect on this now for a few seconds while the music plays. Let's move on to step 3. Day 16, step 3, write. Now write what you visualized in step 2 onto your metacog in your neurocycle journal. Here are the questions again. Visualize yourself getting up in the morning and working through the day unhindered by the toxic thought. Write this onto your metacog. Be as specific as you can. You can even draw pictures and arrows, whatever you want to. Do this now while the music plays. Press pause on the audio if you need more time, and move on to the next question when you're ready. Visualize yourself moving forward and picking yourself up when the inevitable setbacks come, because now you have a mind management plan. Write this onto your metacog. If you need more time, just pause the audio and move on when ready. Now, visualize what less depression or anxiety in your life looks like. Write this onto your metacog and pause the audio if you need more time. Move on when ready. Now, remind yourself that as you visualize and imagine this future you are building into your brain as a thought structure, that this is a safe space in your head where you can move on and tackle the demands of life with relative joy, and where down days can be embraced for the lessons they bring. Write this onto your metacog now, and when ready, move on to the next step. Day 16, Step 4, Recheck. In this step, you go back and reread what you've just written in Step 3. And now think of visualizing this like a movie of your life with multiple scenarios, even including some potentially negative ones where things go wrong, and what you do if that happened. This allows you to be more prepared and not get thrown too badly when things don't quite work out as you want them to, or as anticipated. This is a way of using imagination to develop resilience. It's having a possibilities mindset, which sees multiple possibilities in every situation, and is so important in imagination. This type of possibilities imagination mindset is intrinsically hopeful. You just keep trying till you find success and you visualize yourself doing this. You learn to appreciate the journey and the destination as you do this. So I'm going to give you 7 prompts to help you do this. Here's the first one. Visualize the process playing out in front of you as though you are watching yourself in an episode on a TV show. See this as Season 1, Episode 1. You can go forwards and backwards in your imagination in your show as you imagine the possibilities. Visualize the process of changing the toxic thought you're working on into the beautiful, healthy thought, and see this reflected in your behaviors as you imagine this movie playing out, which is you applying the new way of thinking in your life. Write this onto your metacog now in another color while the music plays. Press pause on the audio if you need more time, and press play when you're ready to move on. Now, can you add any more sequels or additional scenes or characters that will help you keep this toxic thought under control, that will help bring more insights and solutions to reconceptualizing the issue, that will make reconceptualizing the issue easier? Write this onto your metacog now in another color. Press pause on the audio if you need more time. Press play when you're ready to move on. are you imagining the movie playing out like this? Just write this down on your metacog in another color, and if you need more time, just pause on the audio and press play when you're ready to move on. Who is with you? Write this onto your metacog. Why are you imagining the movie playing out like this? Just write this down on your metacog in another color, and if you need more time, just pause on the audio and press play when you're ready to move on. Who is with you? Write this onto your metacog. Who is the antagonist in the story of your movie? Write this onto your metacog. Who is the protagonist in the story? Write this onto your metacog. What are all the things you have learned along this specific part of your life journey? Imagine this in as much detail as you can, with as many possibilities as you can. Write this onto your metacog now while the music plays. If you need more time, press pause on the audio. When you've finished, move on to step 5. Day 16, step 5, active reach. Your active reach today is to find a statement or action that encapsulates the change that this imagining exercise today has stimulated in your mind, and that is happening in your life around this toxic issue you have been working on. It's important that the active reach anchors you back in hope and into a safe mental space. So, some ideas for active reaches today could be: practice playing the movie in your mind that you visualized in the recheck step. Be very intentional as you play the movie in your head, and add some scenes if you want to. Do this with intent 7 times today. Or you could read this statement to yourself 7 times today. This still needs work, but I am visualizing rebuilding the pieces of my life because I have accepted them by deconstructing the toxic parts. Remember to set the reminder in the app, which is what you'll see popping up at the end of step 5. Each day, you type in your active reach and set it to pop up every hour or every couple of hours, whatever works for you. When it pops up, you simply read it to remind yourself about what you're reconceptualizing.
Okay, that is it for today. I want to show you guys what I wrote in my journal today, and share with you how this process has inspired me. And I'm definitely going to practice visualizing my movie, my episode in my mind today of me just overcoming and being resilient and doing all the things that I need to do with power and a positive attitude and just crushing it. That's what I see for myself going forward. So Dr. Carolyn Leaf has inspired me. Her research has inspired me in a few ways. And one of those is creating an album based on songs that are opposites of the toxic thoughts I discovered I was thinking. And the first song is called Good Things Are Happening for Me All of the Time. And all the song titles are affirmations. Good things are happening for me all the time. All the time. She also inspired me to create my own neurocycle journal just for this process that I'm doing. So this is my dedicated space. I have other journals, but I'll only use this journal for this healing process that I'm going through. And I also created a shirt that says good things are happening for me all the time, that I have been wearing every morning to just reinforce the visualization of me, of good things happening for me all the time. And I think that's what my episode 1, season 1 is about. You can get your own copy of the journal, of the song, if you sign up on my newsletter on my website, www.leafnewman.com. I'm also going to invite you to the virtual listening party of the album when it's released. And I'm not going to, blast your email with the thousands of, emails. I don't like that, so I'm not going to do that. You can also check my website for the t-shirt. The t-shirt's not free. And if you want a physical copy, I'll share that with you in my newsletter as well. And that's not free either, but just in case you want a physical copy, it's nice to have a physical copy to actually write it instead of printing it out or whatever. So day 16 was very good. I really enjoyed the idea of sitting down and visualization. I know about that, but I'm going to practice that even more. And so I'm going to end today with the song, Good Things Are Happening for Me All the Time. I love you and be well.
Got the dopamine, yo, no stress, stay blessed. Positive thoughts, motivated focus. Not concerned about the situation or the circumstance. Turn the vibes up, I'ma do my dance, praise dance. Cause I know you got me, I know you care for me, I know you got me, yes. I'm a leaf on a tree, the tree of life, so I stay evergreen. Everything I do, I stay prospering. Everywhere I go, angels ahead of me. Everywhere I go, angels ahead of me. Grace and mercy follow me, and I hear the song you sing. 'Cause every little thing gon' be alright. Every little thing gon' be alright. Dopamine, I'm on a natural high, yo. 'Cause every little thing gon' be alright. Every little thing gon' be alright. 'Cause every little thing As I think, so am I. As I think, so am I. I am an instrument of restoration. I am an instrument of restoration. And I abide safely under the shadow of the Almighty. So I will not worry about anything. On the contrary, I make my requests known to God by prayer and petition with thanksgiving. And God, your peace, your shalom passes all my understanding and keeps my heart, it keeps my mind, keeps my heart, and keeps my mind safe in unison with Messiah Yeshua. So I focus my thoughts. I focus my thoughts on what is true, noble, righteous, pure, loving, admirable, on virtue, on praiseworthy, and your goodness and your grace. Pursue me every day of my life. Yes, your goodness